still in a whirl and a swirl and a muddle. So I'm still going. Like, I think in a way I'm kind of showing you this is all you'd have got if you'd have come to see me and tried to help. You wouldn't have been able to. I'd have just seemed like I was in a negative mood. Um, but like I said to the woman at the shop, um, like this is like thinking happens to me when she said, do you think too much? But she got the reply. She didn't challenge that. And that's where I often get challenged. Oh, what are you on about? What do you mean? You can't stop thinking. Just fucking think about something else. And it's like, because you're describing what happens in a healthy mind. No matter how unhealthy it might feel to you. You know? What is it? There's that common phrase that if you think you're going mad, it's usually because you're sane. Most often. Mad people don't think that they're mad. They think that they're sane. They think you're mad. And I'm much closer to that. I'm much more baffled by people. Seriously. I've got to give more shouts out to my little man here. He keeps just coming up. He's just literally just as I went to film this, the paw just landed on my leg. People say cats don't love you. He fucking adores me. He fucking does. They say, oh yeah, I'm sorry. There's a comedian who says, I'm sorry to tell you this, but if you die, your cat will just get fed next door. Ah. And everyone laughs. And like, why are you so against cats, you dick? Firstly, what the fuck have they done to you, you twat? Why are you applying human values to an animal and expecting things from it and shit? But also, he had two places. When I sold my flat, I just thought, well, he was coming in next door to be fed. I stayed there a couple of nights, and he was fine. And so I went to Ipswich. I was going to stay there for a few months. I had to come back because of him. My neighbour phoned me up. He said he's not coping. He is going mad. He's looking for you. He's like, I saw the people that bought the photos. They put him outside. He'd got in and they put him out. And he was looking for you. He keeps crying, and he's not eating and stuff. It's like he was in bits, and I had to totally rejig my plans all because of him. And I didn't mind that because I loved him. I love him. And the girl, there's one good thing, that she was dying. She was really dying. She died quick. She went to bits quick. But for the last few weeks of her life, she was spoilt at Lorraine's down the road. There he is. She was getting like fucking, I've done her a bit of calf's liver, love. She's like that. She's a real East End girl. I've done her a bit of turkey breasts. Oh, she loved it. She was fucking spoilt rotten. And I just think, good. I couldn't give her that at the time. I've really felt I'd let them down because they had a really stable place. He was so fucking settled, spending most of the time like he does now on the bed, getting loads of fuss. He's, lovely boy. So fucking loving. Always with the paw. Always holds my hand. See if I can put my finger up and get him to hold it on camera. His fingies. But he always reaches out with his paw. He probably will eventually. He likes touching with his paw. But yeah, she deteriorated. She had to die. But again, like when I was at the campsite and I couldn't have him there, they'd said, look, like no animals at first. And I had no option. I had to go and I premonitioned him. And he was just in bits. He was in fucking bits. I've never seen a cat so fucking stressed out. And he was bedraggled and he was soaked through. He was shivery. He was cold. And he'd not been seen in a couple of days. But as soon as I got out my truck and went, Gears, I said this meow, 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 frantic. Fucking frantic. Took him to Daisy, got him settled. 10 minutes or so, and he just went, meow, meow. And he just literally said to me, I'm happy now. And I was like, oh, mate, he fucking needs me, actually. He does. He'd go to bits without me. I know he would. That's like why I ended up here, was I was advertising for a place for him. Because I know he goes to bits without me and he messes himself and he gets stressed out and he bites and scratches. He gets really fucking a bit of a management issue without me around. He does. He does. He fucking loves me to bits, don't you, mate? Like the whole time he was just in that corner. Every time I look at him, he'd look up, smile. He is. He's always, even when he's just like sitting there purring, he's totally in the moment, and he's always doing that with his paw. Always, aren't you? So yeah, he's fucking helping. He's fucking helping. Why am I babbling about my cats? But yeah, like fucking, I don't know. I'm still quite. I can't. Well, I put a post up the other night saying I'm not very Facebookable because I'm not. I pop on, I scroll for about 5 or 6 swipes. I'm hardly commenting on anything. I'm only posting these. Like I think one of them came up. Someone commented on my link, like one of the ones I put. Thank you to like people who are watching. There's been quite a few views. I fucking love you for that. It's like it makes a fucking massive difference. Just to know that this shit's at least maybe heard by someone, understood, thought of like in a different way perhaps, because there are so many. Stop showing off your gorgeous face, Gizmo. You're blocking me. Um, hello. But you put me off again. What was I on about? What was I on about? I know I can't hear you. Shout it. See if I hear it. Come back in time. Ready? Shout it. Now, what I was going on about. Fuck. I really don't know. I really don't know. I started to say, like, I said, not anyway, let's not talk about my cats. What was I on about? Oh, fucking hell. I was going to progress onto something. Jesus. Jesus. What was the other one? It's like, basically, I don't know. I don't know. I'd really fucking love to be around people if it would help, but it wouldn't. The world's difficult. The world's difficult. My head keeps spinning around in things, and it just looks like I'm stuck in a negative thought pattern, and I can do something about it. And that's when it gets frustrating, when people seem to be telling me that I can do something about it. So I keep just like, it's just the same things are happening to me, but they're creating a different response. So it can't be mended in the same way that yours can be mended. I think if those bits of knowledge were out there more, I definitely wouldn't find things so difficult. Like one of my 5 core principles, I don't even know if there's 5, is like, is what, Mikey? Is, what was I going to say about it? Yeah, personality disorders. And so, it just sounds like there's something wrong with your personality and you can just sort it out. You grow up a bit. Stop listening to that inner voice. Distract yourself. A guy with ADHD said that. He said, when you're trying to distraction, mate, I'm distracted from what I'm distracting myself with, from what I'm trying to distract myself from. That's what happens. I just try and distract myself by thinking about that. You know what I mean? I can go over the same 4 points when I've had an argument with someone, and they're like, yeah, they said that, motherfucker. Yeah, no, hang on a minute. And I remember one night in particular, it was 4 things that had a whole host of attachments to them that kept cycling round, and I couldn't sleep all night. And I'd already decided what I was going to do. Like, I was sitting there going, mate, you can't do anything until you talk to her. And you've already decided what you're going to say. You've dealt with it. Move on. And my brain doesn't obey. It just keeps going, oh yeah, no. If your thoughts create your reality, it's like, what about when your thoughts aren't yours? When they're the yuck that someone else put there and they're not you, and you're rejecting the idea of yourself because of it. It causes problems, believe me. It's a lot more difficult than it sounds. That I made that point. Serious mental condition, not illness. Serious mental condition. That's what EUPD is classed as. But then they tell you it's just a personality disorder. It's too vague. It doesn't tell you anything. EUPD at least tells you something. Emotionally unstable at least tells you that someone has a great deal of difficulty controlling their emotions. But it's the sort of thing where people would be trying to help you with it and say, now come on, this is just your emotions again. You know that, don't you? They want to go, and it's like possibly the worst thing that you can do to someone with EUPD when they're flaring up. I learn ways of managing it. Like, my favourite human, I often leave her baffled, and she's like, I don't know what you want. Do you want me to just listen? And sometimes I just want you to just let me get to the end of it and like just comment on it in a way that makes it real. That it's so simple to do, and people just get so het up and they want to refuse what I'm going through. They want to deny it, and it's I'm sorry I can't. I'm there's just too many tangible consequences of it, like the lack of a partner for 3 years. That's another one. I've got a temper, and then if, you just think everyone's going to just go sexually frustrated, and you think, well, I probably fucking am. But that's not why I'm angry. It's probably contributing to it. Yeah, it's like I say, it's just another fucking hook to hang on the fucking load of hooks on my back that are dragging me down. And yeah, like, oh, that's what I was going to say. The Facebook messages. Someone commented, that's what it was. Like I'd said, there's a load of messages I need to get back to. A few of them are New Year's sort of gifts that people just circulate at New Year's, and from people I don't hear from or talk to much. But then all of the others are like, it's becoming like writing. I mean, I love writing, but I mean, when you were at school and you had to do writing, it's going to become like, it's like got the potential to open up conversations, and it's like, I'm not ready. I used to, fucking hell, in the days of MSN, wherever it was, I'd have like all the early days of Facebook, like before it was Messenger, when I was on the computer, I'd have like 7 or 8 tabs. I'd often be socialising at the computer. It worked. And now, talking about windows, this little window I'm talking to now is my only window to so many of my friends. So much of my social interaction. It's like, no wonder I'm a needy fuck on Facebook. It's all I fucking got sometimes. You know what I mean? It's like I'm either talking at it or looking at it. That square that I'm making this with, my magic square that does all sorts. It's kind of my world. And I know that people say, oh no, that's toxic. And it's like, yeah, but there's nothing else. Nothing else. I have to use the square window of magic to contact anyone anyway, to actually then physically see them. But I physically see people a lot less than I fucking did. And I know it's promotional to a healthy mindset, is to be interacting with people. But you get to a point where doing that makes it worse. That's like the long and short of it, really. You get to a point where like the thing that's supposed to help you actually makes it worse, because it sets off schemas. That's all I can say. It's just in the same way that a disease in your body causes a symptom, and you can't do anything about it except give it medicine or treat it or whatever. That's what it is. But they sound like thoughts, feelings, and attitudes. Sounds like I can just change my mindset. And that's the way everyone understands the world, and I don't. That's my not fit inicalness in a nutshell. I always seem like something that I'm not being. And it's like, no wonder I'm fucking schizoid, because the world is always telling me I'm saying something that I'm not. And I've got a long history of the world telling me that it didn't say something when it did. So it's, that's when the confusion gets set off. I only need a little bit of confusion to get set off. And then it doesn't matter what anyone says or what anything about that situation. It's nothing. It's not important anymore. Now I've been set off. Now I'm in trouble, because now the world's gone vague. And now it's like, this isn't really happening, Michael. That shit, it goes creepy quick. Like, and when people say, but I didn't say that, it's almost, but I didn't say that. I didn't. People become that creepy to me when they're saying things that don't make sense. That's why I get frightened. That's why I'm scared of getting close to you. And that's why I'm lonely. It's a difficult one. It's a toughie, but I'm working on it.